Hello and welcome to my Mash, and today we're talking about something interesting online from the gamer. Oh boy, oh boy. The gamer. Hi, why? Why is this a thing? Here's the title. Sora doesn't understand love in Kingdom Hearts, and it might be because of compulsory heterosexuality. I think some brain cells just died there. Anyways, first off, it's like, you know what? I'll be honest. It's okay to ship the characters. I do it to Naruto and Sasuke, and if the writer wants to do it in, their mind want to ship Sora and Riku, that's completely fine. I feel like this title is very clickbaity, and it's just a trash title. It's like might be because of compulsory heterosexuality. Oh my god! Again, these are probably the same people that that protected the character Woklama to the T because the VA was trans. So it's a no surprise. But here's the thing, it goes, and this is the start of the article. I read to, despite featuring some of Disney's most iconic fairy tale couples, Disney doesn't explore love and romance very much. Sora never really mentions or comments on love either. That is until Kingdom Hearts 3. And I think this is my opinion with Kingdom Hearts. I think they sort of let the Disney characters do the love scenes because it's Disney, and they let the characters sort of take over in that respect. Especially when it comes to Beauty and the Beast, the dancing scene, and sort of it's not as told, but it's shown throughout sort of the story of Kingdom Hearts of how Lantern's going to such lengths to rescue Jasmine, sort of Belle's willingness to protect Beast from Organization 13, and so I sort of think it's more shown in the earlier season, the earlier game, and that's sort of a writing thing in general where it's sort of a lot of this debate when it comes to writing is whether what to show and what to tell, and it's like showing versus telling. So I think romance has had sort of a big theme in some of the worlds of Kingdom Hearts. Because a lot of, Disney movies in general are sort of like these romance fantasies. Not like the today's romantasy books, but something along those lines, like very tame, fairy tale romance. So I feel like, first of all, this person is not discounting that part. It goes on to talk about the pirate scene in Kingdom Hearts 3, where it says he still, that Sora still has a lot to learn about love, and knows what it means, but he knows what it means to share his heart with others, and then they go on, yay, and yet, for some reason, Sora still has a lot to learn about love. Going by the most common fan interpretation of the series, he should at least very have a full-fledged crush on Kairi by this point. So why we now bring up the fact that Sora doesn't know a lot about love? Really, my interpretation of the whole events is he's been finding the Heartless for so many years through his teen years, and that's where he's supposed to experience like first love and stuff. But he had that shit going on, and so he didn't get to experience that. Plus, he was in a comatose state for almost 1 year too. So that's like 1 year off his life that he can't experience that stuff. Things where he put his life fighting that maybe he hasn't had a chance to like take a break and step back. Doesn't say he probably doesn't know what love is. It's just he hasn't experienced the up downs, lefts, right of what love truly can do to you as a person. The person states in the article that many of the characters you see in Kingdom Hearts series has had like incidents of love, like Belle, Jasmine, and all that. The issue is seeing firsthand is different from experiencing firsthand. Like sometimes you get experience from a book, and sometimes you just gotta get out there and do it yourself. And I think that's sort of the case with Sora. Is he hasn't had a chance experience because he's been fighting Zemnis, Zanhart, the other dude I fought from Kingdom Hearts 1, and he hasn't had a chance to experience what essentially go. There's that part. And then this person goes on to where it says, thinking back on Cogsworth saying, "With Belle and the Beast are love." Sora asks, what the heck is true love, anyways? What even is love to begin with? Belle and the Beast are pretty much the epitome of fairy tale romance. They're a man and a woman. They're in love with each other. What else is there to get here? That's what a heteronormative society wants everyone to think, but that's not always the case. Where the wheels start going off the track. But first off, let's just, before we take the wheels off the track, let's talk about my idea of two grown adults who essentially have a deep understanding and a deep mutual respect of each other, who essentially want to, like, grow together and learn together, and they both want to spend, years together. And that is to say, there aren't going to be problems, but at the end of the day, the couple, can work their problems out to forge a better future. My thoughts, but what the Beauty and Beast is, they're both sort of, in a sense, outcasts. This is going by the movie, in each of their own respects. Because Bella's in sort of a weirdo bookworm in Earthtown, and Beast, well, you understand why he's an outcast on the show. Furry! Might be telling myself. But anyway, so I think that sort of is a deep mutual understanding, and they both, both will do anything what's needed for their respective partner. Literally let Belle go back to town to warn father, and then what's his face locked her up, Gaston. Now that I went to my version of what I think love is, let's get where the wheels fall off the handle. Growing up as a deeply closeted lesbian who didn't even really know gay people existed until I was in my teens, not knowing what love is or it should feel like, is something I have all too much experience with. I watched a lot of Disney animated movies growing up, just like Sora. I saw these couples fall in love, but something just wasn't clicking. Then I watched him. I could never see myself in that position of Belle, Ariel, Jasmine, or Aurora, one of these princesses who fell in love with the prince. Love just felt alienating to me. Now this feels like a freaking therapy session for this writer, because I think they got more deeper problems, and this is just my thoughts. And I ain't a psychologist or any of that, but this is just my thoughts. Is that this person doesn't know what love truly is, no matter who it's between. Because yes, I get the part that you don't know like gay people exist until you're teen. That I completely understand. Because I grew up in, I really didn't know that until the internet came along. You know, if you go on the internet, go on any of those places. Point being is that no matter what adults no matter if it's between a male and male, a female, or male and female, there are certain qualities to love that make it genuine and real. I think the problem is the person doesn't know these qualities or haven't really experienced these qualities themselves. And I think that's sort of the bigger issue. And self inserting freaking that into your Kingdom Hearts and especially Sora is a problem. It's like they're just putting their words on a page, which, okay, if this is sort of like a journal entry, you know what, have fun. Because sometimes it's just let it out instead of punching someone in the face. I think the problem is when it's an official article like this, putting yourself inserting your feelings into video game character, especially on a gaming article. It's not, gamers want to hear about like video game news and stuff, not about how I don't know, Kingdom Hearts was your sexual awakening or some shit. Again, this is just me on top of my head, names off the top of my head essentially. This is a problematic trend going on with the industry now, and that's why you have characters like Tosh and all that that are essentially, therapy sessions for the writers. There's nothing wrong with diverse characters. The problem is when they become placards for the writer's ideology, or they're essentially just writers' self inserts, and the character that's supposed to be diverse has no agency of their own. And I think that's the problem, because we had diverse characters since like the 70s. and they were really good characters. And we had, like, I grew up with Sister, The Proud Family, That's So Raven. Even though looking back now, That's So Raven, that show's a little kooky at times, but still. The Fresh Prince and such. And Sister, I think I might say Sister, but I'm going to say it again, Sister. And plus, you really, really think this is going to make a character gay? Hernia, they would. Like Hernia, but, with Disney, it's the wind blows when it comes to that sort of stuff. If people aren't into gay, they're not going to make a gay character, That's just it at the end of the day. Here's the cold, harsh truth about this one. There's no such thing as compulsory heterosexuality. Because guess how my butt, your butt, got here is because of our parents decided to put their parts together and have us. Plus, most gay people are the minority. I mean, a lot of people are straight, and some people can be bi too, but it's just the population likes the other sex's part. To be honest, this whole article feels like an issue this writer really needs to work out themselves. Just me, maybe gun, but I feel like a lot of this shit going on with gay people right now, especially the really, really ones that are into this whole ideology, is they haven't gotten over their internalized issues when it comes to being gay. And that's sort of my theory. I could be completely wrong, but I think this writer exemplifies what I'm saying when it comes to that. In my opinion, it's really lazy writing to force an established character to be gay or to change their skin color when they weren't that before. Because I do believe we could come up with original characters that are diverse. It's been done for years, just no one's doing it well, and it's very lazy and just to shut people up by making a certain character just insert whatever minority box you want. It just comes off as shut the seals up, you know what I mean? And they'll clap for us and sing our praises. And I'll be honest, I try not to bring my sexuality into this because at the end of the day, this is a gaming podcast. But for me, it's insulting. Like, why do I gotta have someone else's sloppy seconds as representation? Like, why can't I have my own original character? But anyways, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys have a good day. Stay warm, stay healthy, stay cool wherever you are. Stay hydrated, definitely. And happy gaming. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.